Good Tuesday morning, friends. It's me, Terry Lambertson. This is what I have for you today. I think a couple of months ago, I introduced you to 3 people that I had just started following, and one of those people was Patrick Weaver. So here is something from Patrick Weaver. Stop blaming God for people's behavior. God doesn't allow anybody to do anything. People do as they choose because people aren't controlled by God. People are controlled by free will of choice. I find then a law that when I would do good, evil is present with me. That's Romans 7:21. They aren't controlled by evil. They cooperate with evil, and their actions represent a choice to fulfill the desires of their flesh. Judas betrayed Jesus just like people will betray us. People hung Jesus just like people will attack, harm, and try to kill us mentally, emotionally, physically. People hated Jesus just like people will hate us. People, not God, hurt you. When tempted, no one should say, God is tempting me. For God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he tempt anyone, but each person is tempted when they are dragged away by their own evil desire and enticed. Then, after desire has conceived, it gives birth to sin, and sin, when it is full grown, gives birth to death. That's James 1:13 through 15. God is not their puppeteer or their permission slip. The opposite is true, because we live in a fallen world and people have a choice to follow God or their flesh. In Joshua 24:15, Joshua tells the people to choose you this day whom ye will serve, because God explicitly commands choice. I have set before you life and death, blessing and curse. Choose life if you and your offspring would live. That's Deuteronomy 13:19. God didn't allow them. They chose. God is not responsible for their choices. They are. God heals, people hurt. Don't turn on God because somebody turned on you. Jesus did not blame God for Judas's betrayal. Yeah. And, while we're on the subject of betrayal, that only comes from somebody who's close to you. And that's kind of the sad fact, right? But everybody who comes into your life for a reason, a season, or forever. And you don't know if it's their forever or yours, right? So when people treat you bad, don't internalize it. That says more about people. That says more about the people, the person who's doing that, than it says about you, okay? And always be prepared with some grace, because, hey, sometimes I can spout off, right? We all have a bad day. We all have a bad moment, right? We all have things that we wish we had said or done differently, right? But that's not what we're talking about here, right? God doesn't allow people to do anything. We all have free will and free choice. And that is why going to God and seeking his discernment is always the first thing we should be doing. All right, you guys, I hope you all have a terrific Tuesday. I will be back with you on Wednesday morning. I'll see you then, friends. Bye now.